What is up everyone and welcome back to another video. Today we are back talking about Hamster Kombat token. Now we have actually quite a bit of news to discuss on Hamster Kombat. The first bit is that on the 26th of September, roughly 2/3 of the airdrop were claimed. So I'd estimate that by now 100% of the airdrop has been claimed by all users, meaning that everybody who entered the airdrop now received their tokens, and if they wanted to sell they would have sold, which is ultimately why we saw these massive dips. Like here for example, the first dip was obviously when the initial batch of people claimed the airdrop and sold, and then that ultimately caused this dip. The second dip was when the second batch, you can see actually on the 26th of September was when we saw 2/3, so yeah, this dump was caused then. And then on the 30th of September, I'd estimate that that was when roughly the last batch of the airdrop tokens were claimed and ultimately people sold. Because what happens with airdrops, a lot of people, I don't know how they still don't realize this, but it's essentially people will obviously enter the airdrops because it's just free tokens. They get those airdrops and then they will sell and just buy into better coins or just keep stable coins like USDT, USDC, ultimately just making a free profit. Now that is a very good strategy, but ultimately it's not, that scalable, and you won't make thousands and thousands of dollars from it. However, that now allows us to actually analyze Hamster Kombat coin a tiny bit more with the technical analysis. So if we take a look here, obviously we were in price discovery for the better half of 2 weeks with us just dumping and dumping, and now we've actually started to establish some sort of supply and demand zone, which is good because that allows us to then play some trades and see where the market can head to. So I'll just zoom in here. I am on the 4-hour chart, but if I zoom in slightly, you can see we are actually starting to trend up. Now the reason this trend up isn't as perfect as I'd like it to be is because it's starting to slightly wedge inwards, and what that means is that the volume is dying down, which ultimately means people are buying less and less of it. So if this ultimately happens and we get less and less buyers, then that means there's more sellers entering the market, which eventually will just cause us to dump straight back down. Now I mean, really, for Hamster Kombat coin we need to be way above this level right here, and we need to clear above here as fast as possible in order for us to start establishing a real presence in the market. Otherwise, we're trading at under half a cent here, and the main problem with Hamster Kombat coin is that it's a play to earn game. You're playing to earn the tokens, and if the tokens are worth half a cent, then you're not going to be earning a lot of tokens, ultimately just making people not want to play the game, not use the coin, and it will just ultimately die out. So if Hamster Kombat coin is able to reach these levels, a tenth of 6-7 cents right here, then we will start to look bullish. However, right now at these levels I would not really be looking to buy at all. If we take a look here, it's currently down 2% today, whilst all the other meme coins, Dog with Hat has actually been exploding recently. Like we take a look at the charts here, obviously it had a bit of a crash, but it's now at $2.70. It's, I think, one of the highest priced meme coins ever, and yeah, it's mooning. It's up nearly 100% since mid-September. So there's plenty of other better meme coins out there that are already well established in the market that you could be buying. You don't need to be buying these brand new, newly airdropped meme coins simply because they will dump and they need to establish a presence in the market. There's no point in being too early to invest in the coin when you can just invest in one of these already established coins and make even more returns with a lot less risk. Like Pepe and Shib are slightly lagging behind Dog with Hat, whereas Hamster Kombat coin is nowhere near those coins because it's still establishing its place in the market and still establishing its price. So ultimately what I'd be looking for on Hamster Kombat coin is for us to start to establish this support right here and demand zone, and once we start seeing a lot of accumulation occur with increased volume like we slightly saw here, but you have to also remember this is a slight increase in buying volume, whereas we had all of this selling volume right here, which needs to be accounted for. We need to get the same, but in the opposite in the case of buying volume. So if I remove the trend lines here, ultimately I think this looks like quite a strong demand zone, and if we're able to keep bouncing from it, we can establish a lot of accumulations, and then we can actually see a pump up to here. And then once we're above this level here, we can actually start to look for buys, because I don't want to be too early into Hamster Kombat coin and then obviously we go back into price discovery and keep on dumping, and it's ultimately not a coin where the use case is that attractive, especially to a lot of investors, whereas these other meme coins have extremely well established communities. Like Doge, for example, has Elon Musk backing it. Dog with Hat is just all around degenerate coin. It's, you know, a huge meme, and that's why it's pumping and why it's got a strong community behind it. Pepe, you know, huge among streamers and the Twitch community. Shib is like the little brother of Doge. So all of these coins have a set establishment in the market, and they all have their USP, which inevitably causes them to pump and for people to buy. Hamster Kombat coin doesn't have that yet. If anything, I'd be comparing Hamster Kombat coin to dogs, and you can see how well dogs perform. Like, as soon as we established a support zone right here, we just dumped straight through it. Before we established another support zone right here, we just dumped straight through it, and we've constantly been dumping on dogs. And dogs was one of the coins I said not to invest in, simply for that case, because it's too new and we don't actually know enough about it. So I have the exact same thesis for Hamster Kombat coin. Now, if you did enjoy the video and it did help you out, make sure to like and subscribe. If you need a place to get trades and find low cap gems, then make sure to check out the Discord down below, because we have an immense amount of learning, education and trades being sent out every single day. If you need a place to trade, buy or sell Hamster Kombat coin, or any other crypto for that matter, then check out the exchanges down below, because they have the lowest fees and the best sign up bonuses. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow. Please like and subscribe. Goodbye, guys.